All right, we have a bell and we're underway. We've got Jagged taking on newcomer Amber Van Buren.
And what a
Hammerlock takedown into an arm bar.
another acquisition of Alexa Lockhart.
What do you know of her background, Ralph Harkin?
Well, I know that she is a very posh student in the academic world.
Clearly.
Coming our former president, Martin Van Buren, as well.
We'll have to ask her. Side headlock applied by Jagged.
Amber Van Buren clearly in great physical condition. I don't know if she's in enough condition, though, for Jagged.
Well, it's hard to condition the ears when you're in a side headlock and you got the pressure on the ear, the side of the head, the temple.
Looks like she is quite flexible, so I think she may be able to hang in there with.
Yeah, you want to have that ring presence, know where you are at all times. Drop toe hold by Jagged.
He's got her tied up right here. Jagged, of course, is one of the greatest tacticians in the ring here at ringdivas.com. I know, normally no men, they do have the mixed matches from time to time, and Jagged has always been one of the favorites.
Looks like he's applying a surfboard type maneuver here. Her arms pinned behind his.
They're not going to come in here and wimp out on us, so to speak.
And given the background of this Amber Van Buren, she's obviously an educated young lady. You gotta think that she's going to apply the brains, in contrast to the brawn of a Jagged here in a competition like this. We saw it earlier, her in the side headlock getting over very wisely to the ropes, and let's see if she can manage some kind of an escape or a counter to this body scissors that Jagged has applied now.
Oh yeah, exactly. What you're saying is, in essence, is she has done her homework. I'm sure. Jagged now rolls her back over to her stomach and is going to tie up her legs, and I'm not sure quite what he's going to do here. Oh, look at this.
Yanks that leg right up as high as his shoulder.
All right. Amber Van Buren being rolled back over to her back now. Jagged tying up those legs.
Looks like a clover leaf.
Great maneuver here. You don't see this maneuver applied very often anymore.
Wow, this is a deep, deep clover leaf hold he has applied. Oftentimes you'll see this applied with a person applying it steps over. Here he's actually managed to.
But she's doing very well hanging in there with Jagged.
Now he steps over, and now he's got the full Texas clover leaf applied.
Bending that spine in a direction that is not supposed to go. Amber Van Buren still quite a ways from the ropes. She's trying to alleviate some of that pressure by raising herself up with her arms and hands. Control of this matchup right here.
Again, referee Charles Kohler asking her if she wants to call it quits. She emphatically says no.
A lot of fight in this young lady. Look at this, standing bear hug.
Looks like an over-the-shoulder bear hug, actually.
He has her hoisted up high over his shoulder, has it in deep on her lower back. Really putting the pressure on that lumbar region, right around the kidneys.
Really wrenching now, really cinching in this bear hug. You can see the pain on Amber Van Buren's face.
Oh, he's just taking those knuckles and he's just driving them into the base of the spine. That just adds a little salt to the wound, so to speak. Amber Van Buren, newcomer here to ringdivas.com. Tough match first thing out with Jagged.
Absolutely. You see the opponent, you see the opponent's name on the dotted line. You step into the ring. I don't know if she knew what she was getting into when she signed to take on Jagged here.
I don't know if you've noticed this before or not, Chuck, but usually the newcomers here to ringdivas.com usually step in the ring with their first match against SoCal Val, but not this time. This young lady is stepping in the ring against one of our great male opponents in the intergender contest with Jagged here. And look at this. Amber Van Buren is just face down. I mean, it was flat face right on the mat.
This is a deep, deep, extreme Boston Crab we're seeing here.
It's one of the most extreme I've ever seen, to tell you the truth. But look at this young lady. Obviously, like I said, is in great condition.
Jagged had Amber Van Buren in that bear hug for some time, and now transitioning right into this deep, deep, extreme Boston Crab. You know the smaller the better. Look at this, the military crawl. Picks up some momentum. She makes it, but Jagged pulls her right back into the middle of the ring.
He just wouldn't let her go, would he?
I said the punishment to the lower back. We see Jagged earlier on working the lower extremities. Now it looks like he's got a mounted full Nelson here.
Is he going to pick her
He's
up?
going to bring her to, brings it to a standing.
Brought her right up to the standing full Nelson. And with the stature of a young lady like Amber Van Buren, this is going to hurt a lot.
Van Buren.
Amber Van Buren, though, I have to give her credit. She has really stood her ground in this matchup, Chuck LeGrand.
Give her a lot of credit. We saw her a couple of times. And look at this. She puts an elbow right in the abdomen of Jagged. And again, well aware of the presence, trying to make her way to the ropes. But Jagged now falling back.
Sleeper and a body scissors combination. I hope this young lady can hang on. I've been very impressed with her thus far in this contest. On a scale of 1 to 10, Chuck LeGrand, what would you give her in her first matchup here in Ring Divas?
You know, considering the competition she's in there with, I'm gonna go ahead and tell and say this is a 10. We're seeing quite a performance here, quite a contest. A lot of resiliency from this young lady.
I've got to agree with you. I mean, she's had a great showing here. Win, lose, or draw, I think she's will come out a winner.
A lot of heart being shown.
Oh, yes. Charles Culler doing an excellent job.
I give him a 3, maybe a 4.
All right, Jagged now. Just kind of taking his time with her.
He's got the legs stretched out here. Again, going to work on the lower extremities. Really testing the flexibility, the suppleness of Amber Van Buren.
Amber Van Buren pounding on the mat right now. She is feeling that pressure as
tremendous
he's working on that
pain.
leg. He is working on that knee right there, Chuck.
Well, really what he's working on is the inside thigh there, because he's got her other foot pinned there.
Well, if he takes those wheels out from under her, there's not much she can do.
And again, she makes her way to the ropes. Referee Charles Culler telling him he has to break the hold. Quickly, though, brings her to a standing position.
Oh, no. Did you see that?
I did.
A low blow.
A low blow. Grounds Amber Van Buren.
As it would any opponent.
As it's a torture rack.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. She's got her in a torture rack. Airplane
just stretching the spine.
Working out a little bit with her.
Really, really wrenching it. It's got to be it.
Gosh,
she better call it quits.
Her spine.
And she does.
She's given up right here, Chuck LeGrand.
She does. Wisely, I would add. Giving it up before any permanent damage is done there. Jagged with a decisive, convincing victory over newcomer Amber Van Buren.
Jagged